Nope, sorry. Can't let y'all do it. Can't let y'all do it. Got to keep it funky over here, man. Got to keep it funky. Look, I'm happy that SHAKUR Stevenson was able to pull the rug from under all the people that was talking crap about him. I'm glad he went in there and put on a performance that everybody respected and everybody liked. I'm happy about that. But like I said before, we don't listen to mainstream media and their opinions in the first place. Real boxing talk exists on YouTube. I will keep saying that. All right. Now, as far as on the surface levels of things, great. Good job. Beautiful. But coming to me, talking about some Floyd Mayweather comparisons, no. Not over here. Not over here, bro. Okay. Like I said, that's good. I'm glad people received it well. Now, let's skip to the book of The Real. On The Real, it was just an okay performance. I wasn't impressed. Don't got nothing to do if I don't like them. I've displayed many times before I can dislike somebody and be honest about them. That's one of my pet peeves. Don't involve your emotions with somebody's skill set. Give people their credit. So you can't play that over here. Okay? We being honest. Okay? Zepeda is a C-level fighter at its best. Okay? The way y'all talking, y'all was supposed to see, and I said it before, Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti type performance. That wasn't it. I ain't saying he did horrible and he wasn't that, but what I did see was his limitations. And I'm going to be the first to say it, or at least one of the first, because I think real people who analyze boxing know this. SHAKUR is a sitting duck. He is sitting duck. For sure, for sure. He is sitting duck. SHAKUR is going to spend his entire career beating people up off of him. He's forever going to be the hunted in that ring because he has no power, which is crazy because when I look at him, SHAKUR got a solid frame. You know what I'm saying? He a little dude, but he kind of thick. But I didn't know that he was that powerless.
Cars don't work on water unless you've got power.
You know? SHAKUR needed some power so bad it ain't even funny. Okay? SHAKUR needs some power. He can't go beyond much what he doing right now. He can't. That's just the truth. He can't. I need to see SHAKUR back somebody up and walk somebody down at least one time. Because if he can't do that, he is sitting duck. He run across somebody with a chin, some good stamina, and know how to cut off the ring, that boy in trouble. He in trouble because he can't throw nothing at nobody that they gonna respect. And like I said, if this is his performance with a Zepeda who's C-level, what is he gonna do with somebody that he's halfway equally yoked with? What are you gonna do with him? Man, they gonna walk through SHAKUR, or he gonna be on his bike. He gonna be moving and shaking. And the other thing is, he don't know how to break nobody down or close the show. He doesn't. You see, once he thought he was ahead, go back and watch the fight. What did SHAKUR start doing? Watching that clock. Watching, and Tarver spoke on it. You know, he spoke. He like, up. Don't start that running around. He started to. Because after a while, SHAKUR runs out of ideas of what to do because he don't know how to break nobody down. And it's hard to break somebody down when you can't throw no punch that they can respect. He can't go beyond that. And I'm going to speak on that power thing because a lot of fighters are suffering that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because these fighters think strength and conditioning is a joke. They barely do it anymore. Okay? You see over at Team Crawford, they take strength and conditioning serious. Even look at Tank. Tank got a hell of a strength and conditioning program. I be watching them. But for those that don't do it, they weak. I don't know who told y'all lifting weights make you slow and stiff and all that other stuff. It's how you train it at the end of the day. But all these fighters need to get back to strength and conditioning. It ain't just about hitting pads and all that stuff at the end of the day. you know? And strength and conditioning only helps somebody like Shakur, because this is what I'm going to say. And I'm going to point out all this stuff. Shakur don't have that much power. Virtually none. And he's hurting his hand. So how is he going to hit harder than what he's hitting right now if he ain't even hitting that hard and he already hurting his hand? This is why the doctors tell your grandparents to weight train. Do you know why they tell them that? Because lifting weights help draw calcium into the bone, which makes the bone stronger. So strength and conditioning is to fortify your frame. Some people's body can generate more power than what their frame can hold, aka Deontay Wilder. Okay, that's why you get strength and conditioning, so you can have the frame to withstand the power and the velocity that your body can generate. That's why these things are still important in boxing. Earl Spence was a bulldozer when he had Blu-ray. He stopped messing with Blu-ray. Where'd that power go? You know, like, it's so much that we starting to lose in boxing besides just good boxing teachers and stuff like that. There's so much that we losing. And that stuff only helps Shakur's hand because, you know, draw calcium in the bone, you know, make his stuff stronger. But when I look at Zepeda, like I said, I'm barely calling him a C-level fighter. And I'm not saying Shakur went life or death, but he's saying he pressed him and brought the best up out of him and made him have to think and move and stuff like that. That's a C-level fighter that you saying pushed you to your limits and made you have to expand and do more. What happens when he gets in there with somebody that he's halfway equally yoked with? Now, everything I said is based in common sense and boxing knowledge for the most part. So you ain't talking to nobody who just want to hate on Shakur. That stuff ain't gonna fly over here. You have to understand that most of the time when you listen to these dudes talking about boxing, they have another level of depth perception than most of y'all. So sometimes when y'all think somebody talk about boxing and sound like hating to you, they have a greater understanding than you. Some of you just might watch it from a surface level and you're satisfied with that, and that's an excellent win, and that's fine. Some people look at boxing deeper. So that's why sometimes what they say doesn't match what you think, or it seems like haterade. They can see more than you. They're analyzing more than you. Okay? They're evaluating his flaws. You know what I'm saying? The things he does good, the things he does bad, where did he fall short at? Real boxing fans is analyzing all that. And although it was a decent performance, I seen his limitations. And Shakur can't go pretty much beyond what he's doing right now. Definitely can't go up in weight. Definitely can't go up in the weight. He needs some power. Bad. And I'm not convinced about the dog thing either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. I'm being honest. Okay? Y'all giving Floyd Mayweather comparisons to a guy that he was the favorite in. You know what I'm saying? By a long shot. So you have to understand that when some people are analyzing this, they're analyzing the level of opponent that Zepeda was. And how he said it basically pushed him to his limit and made him have to reach into his bag. This guy wasn't nowhere on your level though. So the Floyd Mayweather, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. To the outside world, great performance, this and that. I'm glad he was able to shut everybody up, and especially the ones that count. You know what I'm saying? Because they was doing them wrong. But we don't listen to what mainstream media say. Okay? This is where the real is. And the real is telling you good performance. But some extraordinary, special Floyd Mayweather level type stuff y'all talking? Woo, y'all overshooting that with Shakur. He's not that. And those know what they looking at knew when we was watching it. He not that guy. You know? No power, can't keep nobody off of him, can't break nobody down. And I ain't even saying he chinny. I ain't even got nothing to do with whether he chinny or not. I don't even care. We could just deal with that. He went in there and he did something that, with somebody with that much praise, we expected him to do. I'm not gonna praise nobody highly for doing what's expected of, especially when you talk about you're the greatest fighter in the world and he's better than everybody. Was that the greatest fighter in the world, better than everybody in boxing performance to you? Be honest. Because if it is, I'll be looking for an Arturo Gotti, Floyd Mayweather type shit. And I say that because that's one of the best displays of boxing and an ass whooping I have ever seen. I religiously watch that fight. That's the type of stuff that I'm expecting. Glad he can shut up his haters. And I'm glad that people who's talking about him think the world of his performance. Good for him. But to the real over here, man, come on, y'all. Come on now. Let's be real. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.